Hey Persian guy, I wish you had a name. I feel like I need to call you Bob or something. We should have a name other than Persian guy. But anyway, just wanted to give you a quick video response to a couple of points that you made. And again, I think we both appreciate this medium of video communication, especially across great differences or distances, and being able to air out differences or things that are we see eye to eye on, and those things that we don't see eye to eye on, and an understanding of where other people come from. It's important, and that's the one thing I like about this medium, is that we can do that and hopefully keep it civil to where we can have intelligent conversations and use that thing that Kevin stated, which I felt was a good point, is that to think critically about things. We may not agree with how he goes about doing that, how he incites people to think critically, because I think a lot of things that he does and it does incite hateful thinking instead of critical thinking. I also think Warren does the same thing. Warren might be better at having people think about things that are going on on the planet, and especially between peoples of different cultures. But I guess I wasn't only talking about the feelings that you portrayed or that you put forward in videos, but sometimes I've read a lot of your comments, and comments can do the same thing. In fact, sometimes it's a little worse because people don't really hear or see your body language or hear the inflection of your voice, and comments on videos can also be seen as being hateful comments. And I know that you respond to some of the real nasty haters, those that don't make videos, they just do comments and they kind of hide behind the keyboard. And if that is their security blanket to be able to flame people, that's them. That's them. I don't think that we need to do that in return, because I don't think it does anything except promote more hate. And that's the one thing that I'm trying to communicate through my videos, is that that's not necessary. We don't have to do that. And I think if we stop doing that, spreading hateful thoughts, hateful energy, that we'll have a much better dialogue, that we'll be able to solve some problems through talking to one another in a more kind and compassionate way, where we see where the other person is coming from. And that's not only between individuals such as you and I, but between nations as well. I read the president of Iran's letter to George W. Bush and the people of the United States. I think that if we communicate with each other on a more level playing field, that means accept each other as human beings, accept people for their independent thoughts, give them the freedom of expression, give them the freedom to say what they want to say, and be able to filter out the emotional, egotistical rants that they have, that we actually see their true message to either ourselves or to the world. And I don't know, I don't consider myself a pacifist per se, and I don't know if a peace activist can be a passive person, because you're being active in promoting peace. I don't believe that a person who is against war is necessarily a pacifist. Maybe in the classical sense and the way that culture sees that, that's true. If you don't want to go kill somebody, you must be a pacifist. And if that's the case, then yeah, I'm a pacifist, because I believe that we can solve problems with dialogue, with talking to one another, learning about one another, more than just saying we need to kill you. And that's for both sides. That's not just the United States. That's also for the extremists that are in many places on the planet. You had mentioned in Ireland. I mean, there was other ways to solve that than setting off bombs and being terrorists. The Islamists, there's different ways of solving problems than the way they're trying to solve problems. You know, the administration of the United States, they seem to feel that if we take a hard stance and we say we're going to blow the crap out of you if you play with us, I don't know if that's the best way to go about that. But anyway, I just wanted to make a couple of comments. You know, you had stated that religion can be seen as a racist thing when it's part of a culture, and you talked about how the Iranians' culture, including their government, is controlled by the Islamic religion. So if you speak against the Islamic religion, you're speaking against that culture. And that is true to a sense, but that would say that if you spoke against Christianity, you would be speaking against the country of the United States, because we're 90% Christian. And I don't know if we can really see it that way. I mean, I think we need to understand that there is a difference between not liking somebody for the color of their skin and not agreeing with somebody because of their belief in God. There is a difference there. And I understand what you're saying, that people profile a particular person of color and base them on their religion or their appearance. You know, so if I'm Middle Eastern, I'm automatically seen as being Muslim. It does happen. I know it happens. But, you know, do we here on YouTube have to see it that way? And I think we'll, because of people like you, we'll start seeing that that's not always the case. And I really did like the comments that you made on this reply video, and the Renetto Greg Solomon thing, I don't give a lot of energy towards that. I mean, I'm keeping up with it. You know, I'm looking forward to Renetto's Greg Solomon exposed video. Should be interesting, and I find that more entertainment. You know, it's just entertainment. I mean, they're not really talking about things of substance. Not as, you know, the dialogue that's happening underneath here about how people around the world see other people from around the world. And I think this media will give us an opportunity to do more of that, and you're part of that. And I appreciate your honesty and your heartfelt responses to what we have exchanged. I know there's other people that really flame you pretty bad, and you know, I don't give them too much credibility or too much energy. I mean, I learned young in life that usually when somebody is bullying you or picking on you, that it's their problem, not my problem. You know, that's something that they have to deal with within their own soul. I don't have to deal with that inside my soul. Anyway, just wanted to give you a shout back and say thanks for your reply, and talk at you later. Take care.